A Little Life by Hanya Yanagihara. College years and friendship begins. Four roommates at a small Massachusetts college form an unlikely, lasting bond. Willem is kind and handsome, Malcolm is wealthy and anxious, JB is a charismatic artist, and Jude is mysterious, limping, and brilliant but silent about his past. The move to New York. After graduation, the four settle in New York. Malcolm becomes an architect, JB a painter, Willem a struggling actor, and Jude a successful lawyer. Their friendship deepens as they share apartments, meals, and ambitions, but Jude's secret wounds remain hidden. Hidden pain and self-harm. Jude cuts himself regularly, on his thighs and arms, as a coping mechanism for unbearable memories. He hides this from his friends, maintaining a calm exterior. His limp is from a childhood injury, not the car accident he claims. The revelation of Brother Luke. Jude slowly reveals fragments of his past. Raised in a monastery, he was repeatedly raped by the monks, especially Brother Luke, who pretended to love him. Luke later used him as a child prostitute on truck stops before abandoning him. The doctor's betrayal. As a teenager, Jude was rescued by Dr. Traylor, who educated and housed him. However, Dr. Traylor also sexually abused and controlled him for years, and allowed other men to abuse Jude. Jude eventually escaped, but the trauma remained. Willem becomes Jude's partner. Willem, who has become a famous actor, realizes he loves Jude not just as a friend. They become romantic partners. Willem dedicates himself to protecting Jude, learning to care for his self-inflicted wounds and loving him unconditionally. Failed leg surgery. Jude undergoes a leg surgery to reduce pain, but it fails, leaving him wheelchair-bound. His depression deepens. Willem remains devoted, but Jude feels increasingly like a burden. He begins secretly planning his eventual suicide. The death of Willem. In a sudden and brutal accident, Willem and his sister are killed in a car crash. Jude is shattered beyond repair. The only person who made life bearable is gone. He withdraws from everyone, including Harold, his adoptive father. Years of slow decline. Jude lives for almost 2 more decades, supported by Harold and other friends, but he never recovers. He continues cutting, isolates himself, and waits for the moment he can end his life without hurting Harold. Suicide and aftermath. Jude stops eating, weakens himself, and one day takes a lethal dose of medication in his home. Harold finds his body. The novel ends with Harold reflecting on Jude's life, his immense suffering, his capacity to be loved, and the cruel limits of love to heal all wounds. A Little Life is a devastating exploration of trauma, friendship, and the limits of love. It argues that while love and care can provide comfort and meaning, they cannot undo profound childhood abuse. Jude St. Francis's life shows that some wounds are permanent, and that suicide can be, for the severely traumatized, not a failure but a final release. Ultimately, the novel is a haunting meditation on endurance, not the triumphant kind, but the quiet, horrifying endurance of pain that never truly ends.